Lil Nas X has shocked the internet recently. Everyone just can't stop talking about him. And if you think his legendary Uber Eats collab with Elton John was crazy enough, wait until you hear about all the story behind the photos where he poses as a pregnant man. Why is everyone talking about this? Lately, Lil Nas X and Elton John have paired up to collaborate with Uber Eats for the company's Tonight I'll Be Eating campaign. But of course, it is Lil Nas and Elton John we're talking about here. They don't do ordinary ads. The two artists are considered for their eccentric fashions and the drastic change they're making in the Western world to help spread awareness about the LGBTQIA+ community and their rights. In their latest collaboration with Uber Eats, they've brought their awesome fashion looks and unique flair. Elton John, who has currently turned 74, was photographed wearing a version of the feathered and sequin ensemble he notoriously wore to perform Crocodile Rock on The Muppet Show back in 1977. Nas, on the other hand, was complimenting John's look with a pink cowboy Versace outfit he wore to the Grammy Awards back in 2020. During the campaign, the artists were seen complimenting each other on their fabulous looks. But that was just one of the campaign spots that Elton and Lil Nas did together. They also got into a hilarious debate discussing the legitimacy of mayonnaise with fries and even exchanged some British slang words with one another while riding kiddie rides. I swear these two are living in another dimension far away from all world problems. But hey, at least they look like they're having the time of their life. Besides appearing alongside Elton John, Lil Nas X also made a solo commercial where he advertised Uber Eats' expansion into grocery delivery services. The artist then shared their experiences on social media, with Lil Nas saying, "I'm so excited and honored to be working with the legendary Elton John on this Uber Eats campaign. We had so much fun on set, deciding what's for dinner and trying on each other's most iconic looks. I can't wait for everyone to see it." Elton John also posted, "It's been absolutely wonderful partnering with Lil Nas X, one of the most influential voices in pop culture, and with Uber Eats, my faithful favorite for everything delicious. From taking selfies to deciding to swap looks on set. Working together has been a blast." Promoting Montero. This is not the first time Elton and Lil Nas paired up. They've also worked together on a song in Lil Nas X's new album, Montero, and on John's new album, The Lockdown Sessions. This brings us to the reason they collaborated with Uber Eats in the first place. They didn't do it solely to help Uber make their latest expansion. I mean, where's the profit in that? The duo primarily collaborated with Uber to promote their latest albums. Elton John was the first to announce the release of his new album earlier in September, revealing that the album will feature collaborations with other big artists such as Miley Cyrus and Stevie Nicks. Fans didn't have to wait long for Lil Nas X to also announce his new album, Montero, which will feature some of the biggest names in the music industry, including Dua Lipa, Nicki Minaj, Miley Cyrus, Gorillaz, Stevie Wonder, Eddie Vedder, Stevie Nicks, and Brandi Carlile. When talking about the album, Nas revealed that it has been his best album yet, admitting that creating it was like a therapy session for him. But the rapper took to promoting his album on a whole other level. Lil Nas announced he was expecting a baby. We just witnessed Drake and Kanye fight, and it was pretty clear that the reason they created all that drama was to promote their newest albums, CLB and Donda. But if you thought that this is considered going a bit too far, then wait until you hear about what Lil Nas did. Well, you probably heard it by now, because literally the entire internet is talking about it. The rapper released several photos wearing a baby bump and acting as if he was a pregnant man. That baby bump looked so real, people even started to believe he was actually pregnant. But don't worry guys, Lil Nas isn't actually pregnant, but he does have a deeper reason as to why he decided to pose as a pregnant man. Of course, it had something to do with his newest album release. The rapper stated that he wanted to surprise everyone as his baby, referring to his album, is near its due date. But the photos received a lot of backlash in the LGBTQIA community. Some supporters of this community stated that these photos were an insult to trans people, while others were mad that he faked a pregnancy to grab media attention for his new album. What I'm scratching my head at here is, why isn't anyone talking about how far these rappers have gone with promoting their craft? I don't remember any old school rappers like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, or whoever from the 80s, 90s, and 1000s doing such a thing to promote their album. They just did, and fans enjoyed it. Anyway, Lil Nas didn't just let people trash talk him for doing such a thing, he took out the only weapon he has to gain the love and attention of the internet back again, supporting the LGBT community, of course. Oh, how sweet of him. Soon after the pregnancy photo started receiving more hate than expected, the rapper and his managers decided to set up a baby registry for people to donate to the LGBT community and human rights. And that's it, guys. That's all it took for Lil Nas to be off the hook again. Sometimes it feels like these rappers are using the support and awareness they give for this community as an excuse to get out of anything they get themselves into. Lil Nas X also said that the one who inspired him to create these photos was Megan Thee Stallion's verse in their upcoming song, which I think is a bunch of nonsense, and that he just said this to make people even more curious to go take a look at his new album. I have no idea as to who Lil Nas's team is, but they sure are masters in marketing him as an artist. Here is what fans had to say about all of this. Sucking up all the attention he can, Lil Nas didn't hesitate to also turn Drake's CLB album cover of pregnant women emojis into pregnant men, which eventually turned into an internet meme. But all this influence the rapper has in the entertainment industry has scared numerous people. The most talked about problem with Lil Nas is the way he is influencing children. Parents and adults that have some common sense in them have come open on the amount of stress Lil Nas is adding to their lives. Comedian Donald Rawlings is one of the few celebrities to come open about this, saying that Lil Nas was really putting things into his son's mind. Rawlings then added in a post that he has no idea how he's going to explain this scandalous behavior to his child. But of course, with a huge community of LGBT supporters to back up the rapper at all times, Donald Rawlings was bashed for what he posted and was later forced to delete the post to not start a stir that might negatively impact his career. Other internet users are horrified at how the rapper is influencing their children and programming to think that being part of the LGBT community is something to be proud of, and that they get more praise than people who choose a male-female relationship. However, these comments don't get too far without getting killed off by the rapper's supporters. But these photos haven't only struck parents, they have also divided Lil Nas's fans. Fans have been divided into people who see nothing wrong with the rapper's photos and the ones that are offended by them. Lil Nas X recently responded to all fans, saying that music is the only weapon he has to fight for liberation. After this response, fans then expressed back on what they thought about the whole situation. Some said that he is a beautiful human, while others had a longer comment to leave him. Danny Wakefield, a non-binary person, wrote in a post that it felt transphobic to see his identity being used as a shock factor. He also added that the rapper was profiting off something that gets you rejected and mistreated by the healthcare system in real life. He then wrote that this was all coming from someone who has white and cis male passing privilege. Schuyler Baylor, a transgender person, said, "Lil Nas X can take off his pregnant belly at any moment. While pregnant people in Texas have lost the ability to make decisions about their own pregnancies, we don't get to step out of our trans bodies. We don't get to discard our uterus in the same way, and our pregnancies." Wait a minute, what does this photo shoot have to do with Texas abortion laws? And why were there endless other responses about abortion going against the rapper's baby bump photos? And white cis male passing privilege? All I have to say is that we are living in a time where most people have lost their minds and don't know what else to do with all that extra time on their hands. That's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.